What's good, YouTubers? Welcome back to the page where we are bringing you the latest and the greatest. And yes, we do have some more fire for you. But before we get into that, let's make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you can keep up with stories like this. So, Will Smith is not out of the fire just yet. In fact, things are starting to heat up along with the Academy, and perhaps legal action will be pursuing.
But it's 3 days after the slap. Chris Rock is about to return to the stage, and it's hard to imagine he won't have something to say about it. Meanwhile, there's new information just in about what the Academy did immediately after the slap. Our Josh Haskell live with the breaking details. Josh.
And Mark, we're also learning that disciplinary proceedings have been initiated against Will Smith by the Academy. And that important new detail that you mentioned at the top, that the Academy is saying that they in fact did ask Will Smith to leave the ceremony after he slapped Chris Rock, and that Will Smith refused. The Academy also recognizing that they could have handled things differently. Will Smith's actions Sunday night at the Oscars aren't fading away into award show history. Many, including host Wanda Sykes, still upset about what she saw and the lack of action.
I physically felt ill, and I'm still a little traumatized. And for them to let him stay in that room and enjoy the rest of the show and accept his award, I was like, how gross is this? This is just the wrong message, you know, like, you assault somebody, you get escorted out the building.
The Academy's Board of Governors is prepared to take what they call appropriate action. Academy Board member Whoopi Goldberg says they won't take away Will Smith's Oscar.
There are consequences. Yeah. There are big consequences.
There has to be.
Well, yeah, because nobody is okay with what happened. Nobody.
Yeah.
They could choose to do nothing. They could choose to reprimand Will Smith privately. They could reprimand him publicly. They could kick him out of the Academy. They could suspend him. I think that the Academy's in a difficult position, right? I think they're in a position where perhaps they don't want to do nothing. But if they overplay their hand or they reprimand him too hard, there could be a backlash there as well, because they've got their own issues that they have to deal with.
Former Los Angeles District Attorney Steve Cooley tells Eyewitness News celebrities are not subject to a different set of laws than the rest of us.
He committed a crime. So it's up to the city attorney to decide whether or not this crime should be prosecuted or not. There is a benefit to a criminal prosecution. It sends a message to others who are out there that you will be held accountable for your crimes. It might be very helpful to Mr. Smith if he is placed on probation in order to attend anger control classes.
And someone we have yet to hear from following Will Smith's apology, Chris Rock, who will perform 6 sold-out shows starting tonight in Boston, where ticket sales have exploded since Sunday's slap on the Oscars stage. And we're hearing from another comedian, Jim Carrey, saying that striking another human being is wrong. No response yet from Will Smith to the Academy, saying that he refused to leave the ceremony. This story far from over. Live in Hollywood, Josh.
Shout out to ABC 7 News giving us an update on what's going on behind the scenes with the Chris Rock, Will Smith saga. Now, as I said in the first beginnings of this coverage, that this is not over by a long shot. I was saying that probably that everyone was going to continue talking about it for the whole week, and now we see the development of more things coming into play, one being the Oscars committee, who is beginning to take things into their own hands and discipline Will as they see fit, what they feel like he deserves, what is required in order for them to keep themselves in standing with the public, because there are a lot of people chiming in, as you can see, saying that they didn't do enough, or saying that, you know, that they allowed him to stay there when he, and at the very least, should have been escorted out and whatnot. But now we find out, according to the Oscar committee, that Will Smith was asked to leave And Will said, I'm not going. He already knew he was winning the Oscar. He's like, I'm not getting thrown out of my own affair. This is about me, and I know it is, and I'm sitting right here. And that's exactly what he did until he got that Oscar. Now, mind you, he did make a very appealing apology when he got his award. But mind you, he is an actor. So we don't know if those were alligator tears or not. I'm just saying they do get paid to cry at a drop of a hat. So we don't know. I mean, me, myself, if you want my feelings about it, I think they were sincere. I believe that Will is just going through a lot. And at that moment of time when it was supposed to be his moment, he got pushed finally to the edge and he just couldn't take it. And especially in regards to his wife, that was just a double emotional button, and Chris Rock pushed it. Now, mind you, we all have found out later that there has been issues that Chris Rock has gone after his woman before. And so with that being said, yeah, Will was a little edgy. I mean, we all seen the footage. It was all good until Will looked at Jada and he seen the ways that she was taking it, and I mean, he responded. And a lot of people felt like he was in the right, to do that, and we just leave that up for debate. But what happened afterward is the most thing that's being talked about. And at this point, it is getting to the Oscar committee to say that, you know what, we've got to do collateral damage here, and we're going to have to take some action because, yes, we did allow him to stay. We didn't force him to leave, probably knowing that he was going to get the overall best male Oscar award winning, for best male actor. And he, was very apologetic in reception, and so it's like, okay, it made them kind of easier to deal with, and they just decided to deal with the aftermath later. What's really, really strange about all this, and I just say this because I have to say that Chris Rock's silence on this is not good. Okay, it's not good. Okay. Yes, he should be commended and saluted for, hey man, you didn't fall apart out there in front of the audience and television viewers. The show went on. You composed yourself excellently. And you kept up the professionalism that was needed and required to continue on with the show. Salute Chris Rock. And then to top it off, you refused to not make a police report against another melanated man. Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, though, Chris Rock sells for his current tour that he is embarking on tonight. Tonight is the first public appearance for Chris Rock, and he's probably doing his act as we speak. Now, you're going to hear this from NetStarz first. Okay? I don't know if I was the one that coined the term slap heard around the world, but I know I said it about 12 or 1 o'clock that night. And the next thing I know, it was being coined. So I'm kind of feeling trend setting right now. So just bear with me. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say there's going to be two scenarios tonight. Either Chris Rock is going to explain, or maybe even in a comedic kind of way, about the situation, and things are going to move on, and he's going to basically say he got the shit slapped out of him. And whether or not he that is an indication of how it feels. Well, we don't know. Internally, I feel like he's feeling a kind of way because he's not saying nothing. Well, we'll find out tonight, because if he does say something tonight, it's my feeling that he is not going to be a part of no active prosecution of Will Smith unless they force his hand by giving him a subpoena to show up at court proceedings. That would be the only thing. Now, mind you, should Chris Rock not say anything or refuse to say anything about the incident during his monologue and his act, then it's time to scratch heads and say, you know what? There is something more going on, because experience tells me that when there are active investigations going on, that both parties usually are told and advised by their attorneys to not say anything. So that would be a good and very large indicator that something else is going on. So we're waiting for the feedback on his performance. I'm sure one of these outlets will get to it and get us out here on the wire. And trust and believe NetStarz is going to be all over it, because, like I said, I want to be the one to say, this was first mentioned by NetStarz Live. If there is no indication within his monologue about the incident, I believe legal proceedings are on the way. If nothing else, maybe a lawsuit, okay? A lawsuit. And to be honest with you, he might have that coming, because this is something that he's going to have to live with the rest of his life. So all of these are going to be telltale signs of what's going on, which direction Chris Rock is really headed with this. But so far, mum is the word. So with that being said, I would want to say that, it is my hopes and prayers that these two melanated men can sincerely move forward with this. There's a lot of tug-of-warring going on with the powers that be. And as you can see, within the legal sector, they're trying to drum up some charges and whatnot. And we just have to see. So into the prior video of this saga, a lot of comments came through on the page and our channel, and we would like to ask that you, our subscribers, continue to give us some insight and your feelings about that. That was what helped really make the numbers pop on this. I believe the video went to 20,000 views within about 2 days. Excellent job. Shout out to our community and our Facebook group, NetStarz Live Urban. Also, you are included. You guys got the numbers. I'm sure that since we've been posting there, our numbers have been going up, and it is noted. 21K over there in the Facebook network. All right. So all I can tell you is right now is that if you guys have anything other than, interest in this, if you got bad feelings or all that, we don't need any of that. We need insights on people who are really going to give us their true opinions. We don't want to hear any racial things or anything like that. You will be deleted in our comment section. Trust and believe that. So with that being said, NetStarz is giving away channels on our Facebook page, and we are going to be going hard and strong trying to get to 1,000. I believe we're almost at 700 subscribers, and we're going to get to 1,000 and give away them channels to our subscribers, where we are doing the channel giveaway for every 100 subscribers. Your name will be entered into the giveaway, and you will receive a professional platform giving you ability to live stream, do pay-per-views, videos on demand, to all extending applications. This is definitely a good look if you are a serious content provider and this is something you could see working for your platform.